About 2 months ago now, I uninstalled Halo Infinite, and I made a video about this. The reason was basically that I felt like the game didn't offer me enough to keep it installed, wasn't playing it very often, therefore needed the space, and I actually played about 26 other games in the past 2 months. I have speedrun, or spedrun, however you pronounce it, run through many other games, found some like hidden gems, some that I'll definitely pass on and won't play again, but I'm definitely expanding my gaming library. Some highlights would be Cat Quest, which I made a video on. It's a nice little RPG game. Bought it for a couple dollars on Steam. I hooked it up to my projector and I play it at bed at night. And then I also discovered Spark the Electric Jester, which sort of like reignited my childhood love for the Sonic the Hedgehog games. Spark the Electric Jester 2 and 3 really remind me of the Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 games, and I loved those as a kid. However, I have reinstalled Halo, and not just Halo Infinite. I installed the entire of MCC as well. So the only Halo games that I don't currently have installed are Halo 5 and the Halo Wars series. Not sure if you want to count Spartan Assault and Spartan Strike, but obviously I haven't installed those either. I've actually never played those games. Might be an idea to play those one day if they're still even playable. In Infinite, I'm playing ranked solely. For some reason, I just feel like the social side of Infinite is basically non-existent. It doesn't feel like the old social Halo games at all for some reason. Maybe it's just because I lack friends to play the social modes with. Therefore, I am solely playing ranked. And I much prefer the precision weapons in Infinite over the autos as well. I also get bored after playing for like 30 minutes, but 30 minutes is like 3 matches. It's a good amount of time to play the game maybe every couple days and balance it with the other games that I've discovered while taking my Halo hiatus. So it's back in my library, but I'm not dedicating myself to it as much as I was before. With MCC, I'm playing a mixture of Halo Reach, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo 4, which is probably the worst combination of Halo games that people would want me to play. They'd probably prefer I played 1, 2, and 3. But I'm a Reach kid, and I actually didn't mind Halo 4, and I'm playing H2A because it has Ricochet. That's solely the reason I'm playing H2A. So, yeah, I'm kind of balancing those at the moment, those 4 Halo games. Another reason that I uninstalled Halo Infinite a couple months ago is because it was taking up too much of my time, really. For the past probably 10 to 14 years of my life, I've really played Halo more than any game, and like a considerable amount. I felt really boxed into Halo. I struggled to try out new games for some reason. It was almost like a daunting task to step into a new game because it was so unfamiliar. Because Halo just became like my home. It's what I was comfortable with, and anything that wasn't Halo felt strange, and I struggled to really connect with it. That is now gone, and I'm playing other games, as I said. So if you are someone who feels like they have a huge gaming backlog and you struggle to get through it, I'd advise you to just go ahead and do it. Whatever game is taking up most of your time, just either uninstall it if you need space to play new games, or if you don't need the space, just force yourself to stop playing it and try out other things. It really helps me get some like cool perspective on other games, ideas and things for my own projects, and it was good. As I said, I went on a bit of a tangent there. As I was saying, I did uninstall it because it was taking up a lot of my time because I was developing a third-person shooter game inspired by Halo myself. Me and a small team were making that called Cross Planet. Been doing it for 3 years. A couple of you may have seen my latest video. Sadly, that project is cancelled. 3 years and 4 months in, we had a third-person shooter game that was AAA standard with dedicated server technology, server authorization. It had 12 maps, maybe 13, 17 or 18 game modes, 11 weapons, 20 characters, weapon armor, customization. We were going to bring in vehicles in the next few months. It had a lot of stuff, really did. Matchmaking, custom games, it was basically like a beta of a AAA third-person level Halo game. Many people compared it to Halo in third person, with some inspirations from like Tribes, little bit of Gears, Unreal Tournament, Quake, that kind of stuff. We built up over 3,000 current wish lists on Steam and over 4,000 lifetime wish lists and over 5,000 followers across social media. I also spent about £2,500, which is roughly $3,000, helping make that game. And it all came kind of crashing down over the course of a few days. I didn't really go into too much detail in my video as to why, but basically it was just creative differences within the team, and we couldn't settle on a clear vision, one single goal for what the game would be, what it needed content-wise, what tasks should have been a priority, and ultimately it was becoming very stressful for many members of the team, and what started out as a passion project essentially had very little passion left in it, and it felt more like a job than a hobby, so many of us decided to call it quits and end Cross-Planet, and instead we're working together on another project where everyone is valued equally, we all have equal input, no decisions are made unless it is decided, as a majority by most people involved, and so far it's going very well. Not going to reveal any details, it's super early stuff, it might not even happen, but we are experimenting with another shooter game idea, and that's all I'll mention for now. So now that I'm not spending a ton of my time making a video game, which is stressing me out, I do have more time for video games, obviously, which is why I've also reinstalled Halo. And I'm saving myself about 200 gigabytes of hard drive space by not developing that video game. It occupied a huge amount of space on my PC. So I moved all that to an external drive and freed up some space. Got a bunch of more games. I downloaded a bunch of Star Wars games, which I think I mentioned before. Clone Drone in the Danger Zone is one that I've got to play. A couple of indie titles such as Islanders and Unrailed, which are two nice little games. I do have Red Faction because I never played that before, so I got Red Faction Guerrilla, so I'll be playing that as well at some point. So plenty of stuff that you might see on the channel. If I'm playing it, I may as well document it somehow. So yeah, random video, just kind of an update in general. No longer making a game. I am playing Halo again along with other games, and yeah, I was also in hospital, which I made another video on but didn't get too many views. Briefly go over that. I had a liver transplant 4 years ago. It was successful, obviously, because I'm here. And sadly there was a bit of hiccup with it, but apparently going 4 years with having no issues and not being a hospital inpatient is pretty good going. They just said that my liver was having a bit of acute rejection. My body was kind of telling it to disappear, which obviously we don't want, and we just had to adjust some of my medication, and I spent 8 days in hospital. They flooded me with some steroids, did some tests, and here I am. Not the kind of steroids that will make me absolutely jacked, though, sadly. I've actually put on weight, as steroids do make you gain weight, so I'm also going to be working out a bit more and stuff as well. So yeah, hopefully, things get a little bit less stressful for me. I can chill out, play games, and work out and live a nice, peaceful life for a few weeks at least. So yeah, you should be seeing more content from me again. Yeah, that's it. Alright, thanks for watching this one for the small amount of people that do stick around until the end, and I appreciate you just, listening to my little life update check-in kind of video. Yeah. Alright, thanks, goodbye, and remember, play other games.